This is Group 35's web app so that Dell can better visualize their dataset. Here's a diagram where you can see the existing workflow Dell has and wants us to provide UI for. Every time the web app is created, the tables for the database are created and populated automatically. As you can see from our driver here, when we hit refresh, we can see the tables with all the required schemas are created. As a general note, the Action Items dashboard allows Dell to re-engage customers who have abandoned their carts through email, where data will need to be stored such as their email and ID. In our home page, when we scroll down, there's the different stages a piece of data can fall under, from action items to messages, to batch file, to batch forward, and to batch forward error. Using action items as an example, we now have the entire database. From here, we can filter by status, campaign. When we do so, you can see the filter icon over here, and from here we can also search through our filtered items. We are able to achieve some of the advanced filtering by creating an additional API built on top of the database where C# transfers data to the front end. As you can see now, we were able to implement a time range that was both intuitive and pleasing to the eye. The filtering itself is tailored to each table required and is based on the use cases the client provided. An additional requirement was being able to see the details of a data entry and what it relates to. Here we can see its messages. If we want to know more, we can go into messages. By filtering saved cart, we naturally only get the entries that have a saved cart. By removing the filter, we can see the filtering does what it says and filters appropriately. So if we go back and check the details of the item here, we can see that it relates to batch now. And now if we wanted to, we could go ahead and search for it. Going into our batch tab, we can again find the item. So if we remember our ID, we can go ahead and find it again. But we can still go further than that. We can follow it now into batch file. We can search for it from what we already know of its ID. We can just type 7 and get all IDs that have 7 in it. By repeating this process, we can see the different details the same item has at its different stages. Whether it's batch forwards or batch forwards error. All of which can prove invaluable to Dell. By being able to track the same item throughout the entire system, we can increase the overall productivity to all admin related tasks. As you can see, we've tracked the same item all the way from the start to the very end. This is Group 35's project. We're very happy with how it looks and how it runs. Thank you for listening.